Good morning! It is Thursday, October 9th, which means 4 days till my birthday. And I'm turning 19, and it's exciting, except I guess not as exciting as 18, because nothing happens when you turn 19. But oh well, I love birthdays, so I'm still excited. Okay, so, moving on, I will tell you about my past week. On Friday, me and a friend made a birthday cake for her roommate. It was of Captain Crunch, and it was awesome. I was really excited about it. I traced in the icing, and then she filled it in with her fancy little icing frosting kit and made it all cool, and it was so awesome. I used the word awesome 8 times then. Okay. I mean, granted, I love the cakes me and Emily have made. They're dear to my heart. But this cake was amazing. If you have not checked out the pictures I posted, you need to, because it was awesome. Okay, I just said the word awesome again. Anyway, then on Saturday, I went to the Western Kentucky game and came there late because I didn't really care that much, even though it was homecoming. It was kind of boring and hot and sweaty, and I was like, ew, I might burn. And I didn't think about wearing sunscreen, but that was my fault. So yeah, it was boring. I went with a couple girls and then some of their guy friends. And we were just really bored the entire time. We were counting down the scoreboard till the quarter's end, so everyone was like, yeah, football, come on, score. And I was like, thank God, only 25 seconds left in this quarter. So it was really boring. I mean, I guess it was kind of exciting to watch the other team's mascot, which is the Hilltoppers, which, if you don't know, is a big red dog with a disconnected jaw, and he's like, I'm a Hilltopper, and I, look funny and run around and do weird things. My disconnected jaw. And I'm like, that's kind of stupid looking. So I was, watching him for a while instead of the game, because that's the kind of thing that intrigued me, as well as marching band, which I did enjoy during halftime. But before halftime, some of the guys wanted to, toss me in the air because I was the smallest out of us girls. Because apparently when you score, you toss people in the air the amount of times you scored. Who knows? I've never heard of that before. But that's what happened. I got tossed in the air 20 times, and it was kind of intense because every time they'd, push me up, my shirt would ride up as well. So I was like, I'm trying to pull my shirt down, and I keep getting tossed in the air, and this is really awkward. But it was still kind of fun. So that was my Saturday. We left the game early. We didn't really care. We won anyway, but we still left the game early because we were just this is boring. So that shows my interest in football. And then on Sunday, I spent 6 hours straight at the Mathaporium taking practice quizzes, more practice quizzes, and an actual quiz, more practice quizzes, more practice quizzes, and a test. Because I wanted to finish all that stuff and get it out of the way, because I had this physics test that I also had to take, that I thought I was going to take on Tuesday, and then it turned out that it was on Thursday, and I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. I studied all this time, and it's not for another 2 days. So actually it's going to be in an hour, which is intense, but I'm ready. I know what I'm doing. So yeah, that's pretty much my week. Today, actually, I am leaving to go drive home, and then tomorrow I am driving to the University of Georgia to visit Michael for the day, which is going to be awesome. I'm excited. And then hang out with my mom and go shopping some, and that's going to be my weekend. So that sounds like fun. Okay, let me answer you guys' challenges, because you guys all had challenges, so let's get to it. Okay, Emily said that I needed to be a badass this week. Okay, so does being a badass, during my time at college count? Okay, well, better, because this happened, 2 weeks ago. I was in line buying a quesadilla, of course, and I was getting it to go, and I was like, hey, can I, get some lettuce on that? And they're like, no, because I guess they didn't want to, fry up the lettuce and, reduce the nutritional value even more, and they just didn't do it. So she's just like, just stick some in, a little bowl on the side, and so that way when you pay, they can actually pay for the lettuce instead of me just, dumping some in there. And I was like, okay, whatever. So, I get my takeout box, and I just, dump it in there, and then I open it up and show the lady, and she only, says I had to pay for the quesadilla, and so I didn't really bother to tell her about the lettuce part, so I just closed it up and left, and yeah, so I stole lettuce. Does that count as being a badass? Because honestly, I'm like not a badass. Badass is like not my thing. I mean, look at my Kleenex box. It has the Disney princesses on it. Does a badass have Disney princess Kleenex boxes? No. So yeah, me and Katie are like the least badass people ever. Unless you count stealing lettuce as something. Not so much. Okay. Demi's question was to do something that's not part of your normal schedule. Okay, well this entire week I did not exercise once. Normally I try to go like 3-4 times a week. 0. None. I was too lazy to go, actually. So I didn't. But I did free up time to study physics. Even though the test wasn't until today. Okay. Anywho. Then, Katie asked, am I voting? Why, yes, I am voting because I received this year absentee ballot in the mail. So, I'm going to go peruse this magazine that my dad gave me that has, like, all the candidates' stances and blah, 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 blah. So that way I will be an informed voter and, send that in the mail and get that going because it is due in a couple of weeks. And the other thing I got in the mail was a t-shirt from Katie for Wellesley. I like this t-shirt. It's green and has a clover on it and it's cute. I have not yet worn it, but I have been waiting to wear it in a video. I guess we'll do that next week since Emily never mentioned getting her a t-shirt, and I guess Demi didn't mention that either. If she did, sorry, I forgot. But the thing that bothered me was Katie sent a little note to me as well as sending this t-shirt. You know where she got the note from? From a ripped out page from her organizer. And I was like, Tiff, Katie, how dare you rip out a page of the sacred organizer and then write on it, fold it up, and mail it away. You have to love your organizer. I love my organizer. Maybe I'm like going a little extreme here, but seriously. I was just like, oh, Katie. So, anyway, my challenge for you guys is I want you to make an interesting, big way of greeting everybody. Like, you know, when John or Hank would, like, ask an entire room of people to be like, hey, Hank, it's, like, Wednesday, and they'd, like, all yell at the same time. I want you to do something big like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big room of people, but just something like that. That'd be cool. So I guess I'll see Emily on Monday. Bye!